Savitur varenia Vargodeva sayandi mai Dio yona abbraccio Deia Borua Dat savitur varenia Vargodeva sayandi mai Dio yona abbraccio Deia
Hello? Okay. Move it over to this. I know what's wrong. I just need to fix it. All right. There's that. There's that. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Woo. All right. Voice. Okay. Computer. Let me turn that off. I'm hearing myself. Um, advanced. Monitor off. There we go. Anyway, reboots computers. That program didn't turn on, so that program didn't have an audio input. So when that program uses that program uses that program got updated, so that program, anyway, who cares? Computers, stupid stuff, right? Computers. They suck! All right, so here we are. Let's get into comms with our friend. We're going to be doing... There we go. Okay. Whew. Oh, I'm thirsty. Take off this. I have a special helmet on, or a special suit on. We're going into super, 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 super hot climates. Like 285 degree Fahrenheit type weather. On the face of the sun. Because that's where the good stuff is found. So you have to spend money to get a really fancy suit. I couldn't find it even in the game. I had to go and buy it on the website with real life money. Because I don't know where to find it in the game. Alrighty. I believe Cold Hammer is going to be joining us. He's been on all night. Here we go, party invite. There we go. We have Cloud Hammer in the game with us, but not in comms yet. I have yet to finish my situation with my Caterpillar. I have to take the medical Ursa out the front. Hopefully it's still there. And hopefully it just doesn't destroy my ship. And then I have to get another rock to put up in the front. If we can fit the medical Ursa in the side. Anyway, as I'm playing around before we go. Small amount. Got my whiskey, so we're good to go. My work schedule completely changed again, like 3 times in 2 days. So when I'm streaming, you're gonna just subscribe and follow, because I will be streaming like all the time. But the times of the day when I will be streaming, apparently is at the whim of whatever the work schedule is constantly changing, like by the day. So rather than give you a list of these are the days I'm expecting to stream this next 2 weeks, let's just say, just do the follow and set the notifications so that you get told when I go live. Then we can hang out. Otherwise, it'll change. I'm sure by this afternoon it'll change again.
Welcome to Metro Center. Transfers to the perimeter, spaceport, and industry line.
Oh, it's beautiful. Good to be in the game. There's a red one. No running in the promenade. I yelled at him. That was a line from Star Trek, the Deep Space Nine.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
This poor fella's had way too much sugar.
Trespassing or attempting to trespass on train tracks
wait till he looks
is a
at me.
serious
Oh.
and dangerous offense.
typing something up here in chat. Quit session, will join in menus. Will join in menu. Is he saying he's doing that, or Cold Hammer, use like complete sentences? I'm not a caveman. Quit session, will join in menu. Is he quitting the session? Does he want me to come to menu?
Embarking the train.
I have a hard enough time talking with this guy. He's super smart, but he's like a techie, like computer techie, and he uses phrases and like just terminology that you use in a career, and he just throws out like this giant word vomit, and I have no idea what he's talking about. And I'm talking about it from like a 6th grade, like, well, I plug it into this computer, and this computer is my gaming computer, and this is the computer, it gets sent to the streaming computer, and the streaming computer sends it out using OBS. And he's like, well, this is this computer, and this is the somewhat matrix overlaid, whatever. And I'm like, we can't even talk as human beings because we just can't communicate. So I constantly have to ask him to, like, can you just rephrase that everything you just said? Because I don't understand what you're saying. And so he just said something about, and I'm like, I have no idea what he's talking about. But he's down there, he's on my server, and we're in the same party, so I don't know what the deal is.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been please visit.
Oh, hopefully it won't glitch and fall down through the floor and be destroyed. So that means all the work I did before on it would be just ruined. All right, well, it looks like it still has my Ursa in the inside it. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard telling. There's our guy.
Howdy. I did test before down environment.
Let me get in the game and shut down sounds a little bit. I can't hear him at all. Oh, it's so loud. All right. Oh, the door's closed. Well, my Ursa may be, Nursa might be inside. I called it up from the hangar, and it came up, and the front door is closed, so maybe it just evaporated it. It's not really inside anymore. I don't know. I'll have to go inside to check. I don't want to open the door because I'm afraid it'll pop out.
Yeah, no kidding. Lots of boogeyman's in this data.
I did do a verify files of this one and the 3.24, and then I also did all drivers and Windows updates on my computer as well. So it shouldn't be anything. It's my fault now. Oh, and I want to get a box too.
Yeah, every Tuesday Microsoft updates something.
Oh, I never noticed that pattern, that it was a specific day.
Yeah.
All right, there's one of them. That's good. That's supposed to be here. There should be another one. Yep, that should be here. There should be another one. Yep. And there should be another one. All right. All of the rocks are in place. Now see if the medical Ursa is here. I have a feeling it might not be. Oh, it is. Oh, it pushed it back. Nice. All right. Well, it's in here. We're good. I don't know how it did that, but it's happy. Not bouncing around or nothing. Oh. I opened the door. Now it's bouncing. I'm going to close the door. I opened the door of the Nursa and it started bouncing. And now when I have it closed, it's fine. All right, well, okay. Let me open up the rear door. Maybe that'll work.
I'll leave that alone.
All right, I'm opening up the rear door. Oh, no, that's even worse. All right, let me close that. No. Okay, that's closed. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. All right, I just need to go out now and get a box to put in here to collect gems in, and then we'll be good. I'm good to go.
So you're gonna go hand mining?
I've got rocks. The little vehicles that you drive around, little dune buggies with the miners stuff on them.
Oh, the rock.
Yeah, rock. Rock. What the hell, man? When I say the rock, I meant rock.
Boy, it's really struggling with my death port. Yeah, I keep saying my client's not authorized.
Well, I'm gonna head to Aberdeen. If I am I can stop halfway in between and bedlog, and then we can try it going in together.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm thinking 4.0's seen enough of me that they don't want to let me back in.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
They only authorize a taste, and once you have a taste, they got to take it away.
Horrible.
Yeah, there was some cargo hauling quests out of Starlight Station out in Pyro.
Launch complete.
And every time I leave my ship, it goes haywire on me.
Front impact warning.
I quit out on that. It was not going to let me back in.
All right.
Shield system
Just try back
offline.
in on you.
Well, that's an improvement.
Is now
The quantum drive actually stopped at my destination instead of just flying straight past it. Why can I not find my... There we go. It's not giving me a destination for it, though. Oh, there's Magda. What the heck? It's not giving me the waypoint. This should be it. Yeah. Just gotta find it manually, I suppose. You just better know your stars in your head.
quantum drive is now on.
I don't know. Oh, that box. I'm like, how am I 2% injured?
Quantum drive is now off.
Uh-oh, I opened all the doors. That vehicle in the front might... No, it looks like it's gonna be fine. I see I got all the little rock mining vehicles in there. And the medical one up front. Should be really cool. Ooh, I should like... Okay, we're way up here high. I'm like, we're gonna die! I wasn't paying attention! We're alright. Oh, dog wants to say hi. Hey. I know. I already fed my dog. Where's your owner? Oh, the dog needs food. I'll be right back. I don't think my daughter is all about feeding him like she should. Forgets. Just assumes that I do. Yeah, you assume that I do. Yeah, the dog knows who feeds him. He's all happy. Oh my goodness, you got happiness. Look at your tail. Oh my goodness, it's crazy fast. All right, sit, sit, stay. Look at me.
I passed you the lead.
Oh, okay. All right, coming back. All right, back to flying. Oh, cool. Thank you, Bazy G. Bazy G on Twitter just liked my announcement of my live stream going live. Cool.
Weapons offline.
Was like should maybe go faster.
Shield system offline.
Yep, it logged me into a black screen again.
Hi, daughter. Boom, the door goes slammed shut.
Shield system online.
Falling just straight down now. Oh, my thrusters just let me fall. Letting the gravity of the planet or the moon take me down. Alright, now I'm in atmosphere. A thin atmosphere because it's a moon, so you're not seeing a bunch of flames and stuff. Should see a little bit if I stayed in that view. I don't want to stay in that view for long though. Falling. Down, 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 down. 9,000 meters or 9 kilometers. Can't read, those numbers are too tiny. I think we're in the 8 kilometers, 7 kilometers. Six. 5. Four. All right. I can start scanning and looking for our deposits to go mining. All right. Scanning mode. No, I still haven't fixed that. All right, let's head towards the sun. The idea being that we can stay working longer in the sun if we keep with the rotation. At least I hope we're doing that. Very hot here. Very hot. That's why we have the specialty suits on. Coldhammer's having a hard time with the game today. He was getting a lot of issues with errors and logging in and then trying to get back in the game, and now he's logging in and getting to like a black screen and it won't let him in the game, and extra sucks going on for him trying to get into play at all. I don't know how much I'll do of this if I'm just by myself, because I've got it set up for a multi-person kind of a project with several vehicles in here. I mean, I can just do it by myself. It's fun and relaxing, kind of cool.
I'm gonna be AFK while this all breaks out.
Roger, sir. Yeah, he's trying to figure out the connection game issue. It's not his computer. His computer's fine. It's game and servers and thing. Ah, right there. See how it didn't show up out at 9, 10, 12 kilometers? It didn't show up until it was like 2.5 kilometers. And then suddenly it went bloop and showed up. That's how we know it's what we're looking for. Because what we're looking for are the smaller ones that don't show up until you get to about 2.5 kilometers. There they are, right there. Alright, so let's go see what they are. If they're Dolivine, I'm just going to keep going. Because I did a whole bunch of Dolivine and went to sell them, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, they're so not valuable at all. It's like I don't even want to waste my time. Alright, let me get in closer, I guess.
Front impact warning.
Not scanning them. Fortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to get out in order to scan them. it's not letting me scan them. Alright, well, let's get out and land this puppy and drive our little vehicle over here and go to those rocks. There's looks like a good spot to land right over there, I think. Oh, right here. Landing gear down. That's why they call it the Caterpillar. See that look? Pretty cool, right? Alright, how we doing? This looks kind of kitty wampus, doesn't it? Does a little wampuses of the kitty. Go forward just a smidge. Level back off. Sit down right about here-ish, I guess. Now my front's way up in the air. Yeah, what are you gonna do if you got a big old monster boat? Just kind of pivot. Pivot! Pivot! Maybe we can set this ridge. Maybe that'll be the key. There we go. That looks a little bit more realistic, I think. Alright, let's check on the area. I don't see any ships on put all of our power on shields. So harder for people to kill us while we're out here. We get caught out here. You know, I'm wondering if I could shut my, like, everything just off, and I could be hiding better that way. Right now, if anybody's within 54 kilometers, they'll see me. What happens if I shut everything off?
Your systems are offline.
Oh, then I can't see anything. I can't even see what my numbers are. Alright, how about let's do
Hello
this.
and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary
Let's turn
craft.
off the guns.
Your
Turn
systems
off
are
the
off.
shield.
Shield system offline.
Now what am I at? I'm at 50. Coming down. The EM signature from the shield is coming down, but not the heat. Alright, here's a trick. Turn off one bit of cooler and another bit of cooler. Watch, now it's coming down. So the lowest we can get is 45 anyway. We might as well turn the shields back on for protection.
Shield system online.
Because of the size of our ship, it's always going to be 45.7 as a minimum. That's pretty close to about that. Alright, 45.7. Alright. We can't get it. We can't lower our radar signature any more than we already have. Whoa. Whoa, that was weird. We'll just use this one in here in the first bay. Make sure my helmet's on. It is. Good deal. Alright, worker vehicle number 1. You're up. Let's go. Oh no, that was quite a drop. But I'm okay. Haha, that looked pretty good. Oh yeah, I took an extra little couple feet fall there. Alright, close up my ship, make it harder for people to come and mess with me. Oh wait, it was behind me, not in front of me. gems are back this way. Let me do a scan. There they are. Oh no, that's...
Hey Dell, I'm gonna have to quit out. It's not letting me
Okay.
in, and my wife's throwing
Throwing ya.
breakfast prep. She's throwing breakfast prep on me, so I gotta.
All right, that's
gotta
fair.
go do that.
Okay, see you, buddy. Oh, it's got a speedometer on it. I never noticed that before. Where are those gems at? I parked this away from them, I think. Thought I did. They were on a hill. Oh, there. No, that's not them. That is a long, long, long way away, isn't it? No? What is that? Oh, I hate this zooming in. That might be them. Alright. Cool, it is. Whoa, see, I like to stay in third person in the vehicles because they're just horrible about spinning around and like pivoting and flipping and doing weird crap all the time.
Fracturing mode on.
See what these things are. Let's scan them.
Mining mode on.
And it's not working. It's not scanning. Seriously?
Mining mode off.
And now mining's not working. Great. Everything we've done is now we gotta put the ship away, and everything we were gonna do we can't do.
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
It's not scanning them. Let's see if they are maybe the handheld sized ones.
Mining mode off.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they're the handheld ones. Hey, look, I don't know. So let's go like... where is... Oh. Of course, I didn't bring a handheld sized one. Go back in the ship. Complete waste of time. See, I can't even drive 10 feet without it like trying to spin and throw me sideways and spin me around, and they're horrible vehicles. I'm just going straight and it keeps going, go this way, go that way, go that way. Just horrible. The game does everything it possibly can to make you just want to get plane tickets to wherever their company is made and burn down their buildings. Come on. Waiting for this piece of crap to say R for, there you go. Jeez. We might just pack up and say fuck this game. Because it's just shit. It always is. Gives you one glimpse of fun. Like 1 minute out of 40. And then it just starts screwing you over. There we go. Let me just fall out of the bottom of the ship for some random reason. Nobody knows. and the rotating the thing around once you pick it up completely doesn't work. It goes the opposites and backwards and diagonal, and nothing that you do makes it work. So they can't do that either. You can't move it closer or away from you. It just, there you go. It just makes it go the opposite direction. Stay right there. Set. Now don't move. Why? You have no reason to move, you moron. Get back here. Why do you have to slide? Oh my goodness sakes. So stupid. See, I scroll it towards me and it pushes it away. What a fucking piece of shit programmer. God. Holy motherfucking Christ. Yeah, just slide over there, because it makes fucking sense why you would just be on a greasy ass fucking slide going down to the water park, you fucking retard. We're gonna do something different. We're putting this shit away. It obviously isn't
Sig
working.
is like, woo, who did I do that?
Yeah, Sig is like, suck my cock, you motherfucking goat fucker. That's what Sig is like.
Engines online. Launch complete. Landing gear up. Shield system offline.
Oh, give me a damn icon for my location. Thank you very much. It's nice that they have like 6 layers of master mode, so even if you're in the right mode, you have to still cycle through a bunch of shit with your V button on your keyboard.
Quantum drive is now on. Weapons online. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
They were desyncing my quests all night long.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't dare do any kind of a mission. Whatever I do, it has to be like not mission oriented. It has to be like salvaging or mining, or it has to be something that doesn't require pulling up a contract, because that's not going to happen.
Quantum drive is now off.
Asteroid balls. That guy's brilliant.
Shield system online. Weapons offline.
This game is seriously stresses me out and I have to walk away.
Yeah, me too.
A lot.
A lot. Yes. That is legit. It's a hot mess. What had them in the game? Where's my flipping? I never programmed that? I guess I never programmed that. Most important ones for landing this thing, and I never programmed it in.
If this game worked, it would be as badass as Unreal Tournament, but it's not.
But it's not.
Aha!
Yeah. It's a good point, but it's not.
Warning. Landing complete. Engines offline.
All right. I'm gonna leave the 2 SU box and the ship's all ready to go when we... Oh, where'd my... That vehicle's gone now. See that? It's gone. It's vanished. They like to just vanish out of your ship when you go interquantum travel. So that's why you take all of the gems out of the inventory on the back of the vehicle and put them in your backpack or put them somewhere else. Don't leave them in the vehicle because they tend to just go poof. No longer in your vehicle. Surprise.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage. Please. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle had. Please visit us again.
Oh, Rumble just emailed me back. I had a question for them. I want to check that email. Check out my email from them. I had a problem because when I streamed to Twitter or Twitter or X, it's not showing the video. It's only So I sent them a technical kind of support question. I think they just emailed back about it. Rumble. Yeah, Twitch live feed. We have our studio developers investigating this issue. Please, thank you for your patience. All right, good deal. Thank you, Rumble. Outstanding. Well done. This is not as profitable as if I just took my vulture out. But for viewing a live stream, it's much more interesting than just watching a vulture again. No, we're going to do this. Where to go? There it goes. Jump! Alright, now I'm in it. That was weird, right? Now it may drop me out and kill me. Or break my legs, or who knows what. And I'm in this little thing and it's taking me up to the top. Like 60 feet in the air. Sometimes it goes and then drops you onto the floor and you die. Because that's what CIG does to its players. Hey, it worked though.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Engines online. Quantum fuel at 100%.
Trying to move around this stupid ship that's parked here over my hangar since day one of this patch. There's nothing you can do to get rid of it. So gay. Homosexual gay. It's San Francisco gay. All these ships everywhere. Jeez Louise. It's not good.
Shields offline.
Oh, he totally licked my. Ew. Nasty.
Quantum travel initiated.
And it just kept going right
Quantum
past.
travel.
So that bug's not fixed. Alright, where's my mission now? Over here.
Quantum travel complete.
Was supposed to stop at Everest Harbor and it just kept going straight through. Great. So they haven't figured that out yet.
Quantum travel initiated.
We paid 50,000 credits up front to just go strip some metal off the ship. Probably a complete waste of time. I'm sure I'm going to lose my money. I'm sure it'll glitch out and I'll never be able to cash it in. I'm sure giant glass encrusted gauntlet up my anus, like this game always does. Oh. Hello, everybody. Was I talking to myself? I guess not. Well, alright, I guess if he says it's alright, it's okay.
2 hours later.
We're in Quantum. We're traveling. 2-hour salvaging location in our big giant salvaging ship.
Wicked sick.
Introducing myself out loud, downloading. I'm a miracle in this galaxy, beyond a model, a star citizen. out salvaging and tackling the big problems in this universe. Out here finding another scrap situation to subvert. Ships dismantled, past trampled, the starways cleaned up, covert. Picking up the trash and put it back in the dirt. Found another citizen. The city's settling and managing their orange and long. Balancing a little out, my struggling. Gonna make the money, standing on the brakes for a new ship. Claiming my destiny as I set out once again to make that big green. We're back among the stars, getting all the bars. I'm finally feeling charged because now I've got the gold bars. Holding the lyric to those raw bars. Surrendering nothing out in the air, ain't nothing touching me.
Shields up. Shields online.
It all started off so well, my confidence has swelled. I crashed and my whole world fell, waiting for the rescue to come on bail. Hundreds of thousands in the cargo just wasted, floating in the void while I'm freezing. It couldn't be avoided, but there's one thing I know for certain. The struggle's over the moment I get picked up. I can do it all again. Back to the bottom of the barrel, my insurance is extended, but my shit not.
Shields online.
Hard work, impeccable. Back to the station with another bonus. And managed to make things discovering that I can find. My adventure's going again.
That's the ship that we just paid for to have the rights as salvaging rights to come in and get. I'm gonna go on board, see if there's anything of value that we can take off the ship. Missiles, quantum drives, things that we think we might use for ourselves. I don't know what that is on the nose of it. What is that? Just lights, just random lights. That's weird. Oh, I bumped it. Well, that's gonna suck. If it just, now it'll just keep moving and it'll be a pain in the butt. Looks like its cargo is all gone. Alright, well we just won't plan on getting cargo. The cargo was all open. Kinda sucks. Whoa. 60 meters away. Oh, wait, what? How am I bumping it? Not even close to it. Stupid is that? Alright, I'm gonna stop right there and try to get it with my tractor beam. And probably won't be able to. It'll probably just drifting out of the way. This is gonna be a pain in the fucking goddamn motherfucking goat fucker ass. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna spend the next 3 goddamn hours playing with this bullshit game. Trying to do one fucking thing, and now let me have my mouse. I'm trying to move my vision and it won't let me change where I'm looking. I'm moving my mouse, it won't let me fucking move my mouse. Holy shit. And now it's been a long fucking time, and now it's outside of the range of my tractor beam. Yeah, surprise, surprise, you motherfucker. Piece of shit game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the path of it and let it slam right the fuck into us. Wants to be a shit. We'll let it be a shit. And it won't. Come on, go up. There you go. There you go. Oh, now it's coming towards us. Hello, I've got a tractor module on you, you dumb shit. Why is it doing a scraper module? There we go. Holy fuck. I just wasted 50,000. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to do this shit now. God damn it. This game does every fucking thing possible to shove a gauntlet up your asshole. And why the fuck am I looking over there? Yeah, why don't you look where you're supposed to be going, you stupid shit? There, now it bounced off and went going in another fucking direction randomly. Can you sense the frustration in me? Never, ever play this fucking game.
Proximity alert.
It is here for one fucking reason. And that is to make you wish you would kill yourself. Some kind of social fucking experiment. And it's, look at that, it's too fucking far away. Stop. Can you please fucking stop? Broke the tether because it's too fucking far away and kept floating away. Good job, you fucktard game. See, now this is, just keep watching. This is the next 3 fucking hours what we get to do here. Now it's racing over that way for some fucking reason.
Proximity alert. Head.
You turn now? Now, wait, is it fucking going further away now? You motherfucker. I get in its flight path, and then it like, oh, he stopped. Let's go the other way. Like it's got a fucking pilot in there. And why the fuck you looking over on the port side, you motherfucker? Alright, now I'm stationary. It's fucking coming closer to me. Is it? Yes. So stay the fuck right there. Why? Goddamn piece of shit game. Every time you get in and out of the seat, it has you go like this. Special! What the fuck? Can I press the fucking button? Thank you very much. And how the fuck is it going away from me now? It was coming to me. As soon as I get out of the fucking chair, it starts going away from me. Holy fucking Christ. Does this make any fucking sense? getting closer to me. Right? See the fucking numbers getting smaller? Right? 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 The fuck? You see these fucking numbers getting smaller, right? Jump in the other seat and now it's going to go away from me. Fucking bullshit. I have to pull the mouse to the right so I don't go fucking retard view up in the sky there. Now look at it, it's bouncing, going back the other way. Hell. Holy shit, slow the fuck down. It's just charging me now. Can you stop? So I need to make 5 SCU boxes in order to break even and pay off the money that I paid to get to have salvage claim rights on it. If it doesn't do that, then it's not worth even doing. You just lost money. Plus your fuel, everything else, you're going backwards. I don't like that song. I'm gonna delete that one. Okay, shut up. Dang, dang, dang. I got it. You don't want me to click on that. Jeez. No, this is too 1980s Casio keyboard sounding. I don't want this one either. Going through it, I got a friend that made a bunch of music. I'm trying to find some that I like. Those two were a big swoosh, missed the net completely. Like I say, you make a lot more money with a vulture, and this is really inefficient and lame. Although it says it's an 89% efficiency, it just feels like we're doing a lot of shit for just a little bit of metal. Made 3 boxes, with 2 more boxes, and then we paid for the mission. Anything after that is profit. Well, minus fuel and repair. That was a short one. No. Sounds like Dig Dug. We hit 4 SCU, one more, and we break even. If, assuming we can actually get it to selling without the game glitching out, just banishing the boxes on us and destroying us randomly. You watch like people on YouTube and things that have Star Citizen videos, and there'll be like an edited 8 minutes or 4 minutes, and it makes the game look so amazing. They have to spend 10 hours to get a 10-minute video to make Star Citizen look that good. They are earning those likes and follows bigly. Because this game is hot trash 90% of the time. So they don't live stream it. They just play and play and play and play. And they get about 10 hours of recording so they can make like a 4.5 minute video making the game look good. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning, but it needs to be more than that. That one's not horrible. Keep that one. Oh, this has already got the boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and... The definition of techno music is let's all make music that sounds exactly like all the other music. And where did the whole ship go? I just lost an entire ship. Where'd the ship go? Oh my gosh. You're kidding me? It's gone. The whole fucking ship just vanished. Where is it? Huh? Where'd the fuck the ship go? Unfucking believable. Is that it right there? Got a player ship. Where'd my ship go? Unbelievable. So no, I didn't even make the money that I paid up front to be able to do that. The game just despawned what I paid to strip. My salvage ship. Unbelievable fucking bullshit. There's another little salvage ship here doing his claim. It's not my ship, it's his ship. Salvage ship really doing something here? Little vulture. Guy in there working? Got his rear gate open. Where's he at? Back there working? Got one box there. Should be like working stuff. shields are on. Why? Where? Why? My ship just vanished. My ship and that other salvage ship just vanished. I'm out in space. Good thing I have my helmet on. You see this shit? Private property. Not allowed to be in there. Well, hopefully I can get up to here and get into an airlock before I run out of air. Oh my god. You see my ship just vanished. So that salvage that I got, it's gone now too. That 50,000 I paid, it's gone now too. Unfucking believable. Not gonna spend the next 45 fucking minutes floating to that landing pad over there.
Physical is you're a pedophile. That's their argument.
Yeah.
Great. Let's go with it.
Yeah, please double down on that. That's one of the issues that cost them the election, most likely, or at least weighed heavily on people's minds when they went to the ballot box. And they got destroyed in that issue. Please, I think 2 Democrats voted for this bill. Only 2.
Yeah.
I would have expected 30, 50, all of them, but I know that they're so entrenched in their ideology.
Here's the thing. Okay. So you say they can't have a physical inspection. All right, fine. Well, let me ask you, should men compete in women's sports? They can't say no. So there's no proposed alternative. None. This could easily have some guy, a woman has to perform it. It needs to be done in private, right? The kind of medical exams we've all experienced.
Or a gynecologist.
Not to mention, can't you test chromosomes with a blood sample?
You can. If there's questions after you go into the hood, then yes, there are other tests.
The mandatory vaccine people don't want a needle put into you to draw some blood.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. Look, The kid in Kindergarten Cop got this right. This doesn't need to be a book.
The tumor one? Oh no.
Boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina. You just have him check you out. I'm sure he'd be thrilled. He hasn't gotten work in years. Now, before we move on to Pete Hegseth, and boy, is that something that I want to sink my teeth into. Do download the Rumble app.
Yeah.
If you've joined Rumble Premium, download the app and subscribe. You will only get notifications for when we are live. It's the best way to stay connected. I get it. Wasn't ready for prime time about 2 years ago. It is an unbelievable app right now. Everything is usable. I mean, you can watch it on your television. And this year is the year that YouTube is hopefully to be seen only in our rear view mirror because liberal propagandists may be larger than they appear. Now,
they're always larger.
Yes.
Has rated this stream.
Pete Hegseth. Let me start
What's
this
going on
with.
Here?
Again, I'm fine with it. Wait. I believe that women are physiologically weaker than men.
It's not a real stream.
And I believe that this is easily observable through all data that we have available to us, as well as the eyeball test, as well as the world record test. So it's sexist for me to say that women should not be in combat roles. I'm fine with it. Just comment below. Right? I don't think this is a radical opinion. But this was the centerpiece as far as the arguments from the left yesterday. The future Secretary of Defense, I have very little doubt that that'll be the case, Pete Hegseth, he was grilled during this confirmation
whiskey.
hearing.
I'll be right back.
And,
Whiskey Run, the game is loading.
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
To why women should not be in active combat roles, as well as This Week in Feminism.
This Week in Feminism.
Mr. Hegseth, should we take it to believe that you believe that the two women on this committee who have served honorably and with distinction made our military less effective and less capable?
I have many concerns about your record, and particularly your public statements, because they are so hurtful to the men and women who are currently serving in the U.S. military. You will have to change how you see women to do this job well, and I don't know if you are capable of that.
Have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
Don't worry about it, Hirono. You're safe.
An order from President Trump to seize Greenland, a territory of our NATO ally Denmark, by force?
And it looks like we're back.
Or would you comply
Hopefully
with
we're
an
not in
order
a hospital
to take
gown.
over the Panama
Good.
Canal?
I have serious
Send us back to
concerns
Lorville.
that your behavior toward women disqualifies you from serving in this role. So you're saying sauce for the goose, but certainly not sauce for the gander.
And let me just say, the American people need a SecDef who's ready to
says
lead on
sauce?
day one. You are not that
Who the
person.
fuck says
When
that,
are
you
asking
dumb
us
old
to lower
fucking
the
hag?
standards to make you the Secretary of Defense simply because you are buddies with our president-elect.
Right, yeah, lower the standards. It's not like this guy has a resume that would put most of those in our House and Senate. It's a shame. Here's the thing. You would think there would be a self-awareness from women on the left. This would be like a black male Republican going up and yelling at women. And when see, angry black man, toxic masculinity. Instead, men are measured. He was here, controlled, answering rationally. They wouldn't let him answer. They were shrill.
Yeah.
And they couldn't comprehend some of the responses because you can see the moment it dawned on Elizabeth Warren, like, this is not your husband who has to listen to your silly, nagging bull. That's not how this works. It was feminism on display. It was illogical. It was irrational. It was shrill. It was every negative stereotype that one could throw at women embodied. And of course, that doesn't mean all women, just these women, because they were very, very offended, upset, and continued on the line of questioning as it related to women in the military.
So going back to January 2013, you told a Fox News interviewer that women in the military simply couldn't measure up to men in the military, saying that allowing women to serve in
that
combat
lady's a
roles
Native American.
would
Can't you
force
tell by
the
her
military
long
to
black
lower
hair and a braid?
the bar.
It did.
You picked up on that same theme in 2015, making remarks on Fox News, referring to women in combat as
her eyebrows are so fucking blonde, they're transparent. But yeah, she thinks she's a Native American.
Said on Ben Shapiro's podcast, quote, "Women shouldn't be in combat at all."
Correct.
And then, of course, we've talked about it in 2024. You published a book, and you say on page 26 of your book, we need moms
but not in the military, especially in combat units. Page 48 of your book,
She's
you
supposed to
claim
get to
that
some kind of
women should
controversial
not be in
comment at some
combat
point?
roles, because men are distracted by women.
Yeah.
And then 10
Also true.
weeks ago, you appeared on the Sean Ryan show and said, I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles.
Yep.
Problem?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. She's like, you said it would
So?
lower. Well, the military did lower standards in 2022. Again, all references
They
available.
lowered
at
standards in
louderbetter.com, link in the description.
1992 when I was in the Air
Overlay A4,
Force.
the Army scrapped their gender-neutral test because women were failing at a not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 times higher rate.
We had
than
girls
men.
in our flight,
You hear that correctly?
and they made us.
Women
they
were
gave us
failing the
extra,
test
like
at a
3
rate
minutes to
6
run the mile and a
times
half
higher than men.
because
So
we
in
had women
2022,
running in
military
the
said,
flight with
well,
us.
Let's just lower it.
They got
and
to
say
do
that
the
women are
little
brave and
girl
beautiful.
push-ups.
And the
they got to
standards,
do.
by the way, are to make
The
sure that we have a
standards
military
were,
that can fight
I
and win
gained
wars.
weight.
That's not
because
a
I got
movable line.
fat
The line is
in basic
just there.
training.
I don't want the
because
men to
I
fail
was
either.
with women.
To be clear,
And that's where
I
the
don't want male
standards were.
to be lowered
I actually
to make this
got out
gender-neutral
of
standard
shape
across the board so that we can have
by going into the military because I was with the women's standard.
By the
I
way,
think I'm talking about myself when I said it, but
no. But here's the thing: the weak men who go into the military are still stronger than the average woman. It's not even close. Here's something else that many of you don't take into account: those who protect women, of course, sports notwithstanding.
Right.
Female soldiers,
What are you looking
they're
at?
at least twice as likely to be injured than male soldiers. Okay? Women are 67% more likely than Army men, by the way, to receive physical disability discharge for some kind of musculoskeletal disorder, meaning some kind of an injury, largely in the hips, in the legs. This happens a lot from carrying packs. And by the way, they fail. The reason the number ranges from 1.5 to 10 is that women fail or get injured, sorry, I should say, at a rate more than 10 times the men in basic training.
Yeah.
After that, it levels off a little bit because some of the women have made it through, and a lot of them go to positions that aren't necessarily
admin.
physically active
Right.
roles, and so it's not the accurate sample size. 10 times the rate in basic training, but at least twice the rate across the board, and that does matter. It's a matter of public policy, just like healthcare, because these women qualify for benefits when they're hurt in basic training.
Yeah.
So you have to pay.
There are
also you have to pay for the
loads of
training of the
people,
ones that just didn't
women, to
pass.
get out and they start
The
working
ones
at
that
the
didn't get
post
hurt,
office.
you're not paying disability for
They're-
forever. They just
and
didn't
they're
pass. You
on
paid for that training to go
disability,
to
and they
it.
get
Yes.
like
They only wanna talk
double
about the ones that
dipping, all
passed.
kind
Oh,
of
look, they can do
pensions,
it.
and all kinds
Right.
of
Oh, sure,
shit.
a couple.
Yeah, this is the military equivalent of No Child Left Behind. Some should be left behind. Like, you said that we shouldn't have moms in the military, and certainly not in combat roles. How is that? But help! I'm pinned down. I'm pinned down. I can't. Send in the moms. Send in the moms.
Well, if you're out of MREs, maybe you could breastfeed. I don't know.
Could be. Could be. I'm sure there are a few privates who want biddy, but that's not what we're talking about.
I've never been so disappointed in my life. I am willing to go and lay down my life for you, and the response is no. I'm like, wait, no, you don't understand. I'm going to go
Now,
fight and
it's
possibly
saying
die to make
my
sure that you're safe.
reclaimer is
Stop
here.
it! Equal rights.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand
That's just,
this game.
we are less safe. We are less lethal. There is no reason for women to be in combat roles. Okay? Some women, I'm sure. You'll find
Yeah,
the
definitely.
5 women in the country who could give you 10 pull-ups or whatever it is. You'll find a handful. But let's just be honest about this. This is how delusional the feminist left has become. If you were to hear this on a podcast, and you have, I'm sure, in some of the men's rights podcasts where girls go, well, actually, it depends. Some women are just as strong as men. Sure, but we're talking about the I know a woman who deadlifted 405 once. Okay, we understand that steroids are available, but the point that we're making is when we are trying to have an efficient military, we have to look at these general patterns. And by the way, Hegseth tried to answer many times. But Warren, because nothing's better than perpetuating the original stereotype, kept interrupting and getting flustered, angry, irrational, wouldn't let Hegseth respond.
Senator, I'm not familiar with the article you're pointing to in 2013, but it underscores my argument completely, because in that 2013 argument, I was talking about standards. Standards are what it's always been about,
Let's not
Senator.
have this same fight
Always
again.
been about
I
standards.
quoted you directly.
Senator, again, I very much appreciate you bringing up my comments from 2013, because for me, this issue has always been about standards. And unfortunately, because of some of the people that have been in political power for the last 4 years, priorities other than standards, lethality, and meritocracy have driven decision-making.
I'm quoting you from the podcast.
Senator, the concerns I have and the concerns that many have had, especially in ground combat units, is that in pursuit of certain percentages or quotas, standards have been changed. And that makes the combat more difficult
Let me make a
for everybody
suggestion
involved.
about what happened in that 32 days.
Senator, it's not even a question I've thought about because
You can
it's
think
not
about it
one
right
that,
now.
It's not one. My motivation for this job.
How you guys doing over there on
understand that.
Twitch?
I just
about
need
what
a
could
yes or no
conceivably
here.
come next.
Time is short.
Go back to your
You're not getting
Pinterest
video
fake
on
drum
Twitch,
circle,
are
you
you?
non-Cherokee. Here's the thing. Do you understand this? Women, you are less safe because of the policies coming from people like Elizabeth Warren,
Because
Bernie
she's, like,
Sanders,
says
Kamala
she's
Harris,
Native
Joe Biden. Do you
American.
understand that?
So she can
You
go
are
to
less
college
safe.
for free.
Women in general are less safe if they are actually shipped off to combat. We know that. Far more exponentially more likely to get injured. And you, as an American citizen who foots the bill, you, the average American woman, you are less safe. They are not looking out for you. Here's something, and of course, to follow the same pattern, same playbook as Kavanaugh, the character assassination. And that usually comes down to drinking and allegations that have already been cleared. No charges brought of sexual harassment because something, it's the era of the woman. Pete Hegseth must be an alcoholic.
I have read multiple reports of your regularly being drunk at work.
She's a drunk
including
victim.
by people who worked with you at Fox News.
She wants to know where the
that
beer
being
is.
drunk at work is prohibited for service members under the UCMJ?
Senator, multiple false anonymous reports peddled by NBC
Do you
News
know that
run directly
drinking on the job
contradictory to the dozens of men and women at Fox News Channel who I work with
I'm
who
not
came
hearing
on
the
the
answer to my
record.
question. You recently
Because you're not
promised
listening. Right.
some of my Republican colleagues that you stopped drinking and won't drink if confirmed, correct?
Absolutely.
Will you resign as Secretary of Defense if you drink on the job, which is a 24/7 position?
I've made this commitment on behalf of
Will
the
you
men and women I'm
resign as
serving.
Secretary of Defense
I've
if
made this
you
commitment
drink
on
on the
behalf
job?
of the men and women I'm serving
I'm not
because it's the
hearing-
most important deployment
I'm not
of my
hearing an
life.
answer to my question, so I'm going to move on.
Yeah, well, she didn't move on. Hirano went on to end her questioning with this.
You have to be cleansed.
It's just
Close your eyes. It's like she's right there.
Yeah. Social appropriation. By the way, I'm gonna skip one real quick. You can bring up this overlay, Matt. Yeah, you know what? I'll quit drinking when you actually stop paying with taxpayer funds for booze from Nancy Pelosi's liquor store. What's available to the house?
8 to 4.
Drinks.house.gov?
Yeah. By the way, isn't it weird that the liquor store opened by Nancy Pelosi is only open for day drinking?
Closes at 5.
They don't even say, oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Like, it's 4. Quick, gotta get your liquor.
Well, work's almost out. Why would you be drinking still?
Crown Royal, I said. I love it. So they wanted to say, oh, he drinks. By the way, I don't care.
1 minute,
I don't
18
care.
seconds.
Cool. If he drinks.
Goodbye.
I don't know if you know, but all of Western civilization was created and forwarded by people who drank. Alcoholism, a problem. Guys who drink, fun.
Mostly.
And then you have, on this same line of questioning, Mark Kelly and Lady Lane, Tim Kaine, who left his merry-go-round in the world of make-believe.
Oh, my goodness.
Tried to smear Mr. Hegseth, but actually made him sound,
This is like
I would say,
real
kind of cool.
December of
entertainment.
2014 at the CVA Christmas party at the Grand Hyatt at
All right, we have
Washington,
about
D.C.
40 seconds.
You were noticeably intoxicated and had to be carried up to your room. Is that
Carried?
true or false?
False.
Anonymous smears.
One of
My
your
mission.
colleagues said that you got drunk at an event at a bar and chanted, "Kill all Muslims." Another
right.
colleague, not anonymous,
So,
we have
what's the
this,
problem?
said that you took co-workers to a strip club. You were drunk. You tried to dance with strippers. You had to be held off the stage, and one of your employees
Sounds like a good
in
night.
that
Dude.
event
You were
filed
single?
a sexual harassment charge as a result of it.
Well, sounds
Now,
like
I know
just a
you
night
deny these things,
out-
but
out with the
isn't
guys
that
from
the kind of
Motorcycle
behavior
Club?
that, if true, would be disqualifying for somebody to be Secretary of Defense?
Senator, anonymous false charges.
Look again at that wordplay. Isn't this the kind of thing, if true? Well, if you had a hairbrush, you wouldn't look like a retard. I don't know how we're doing hypotheticals.
We don't know that for sure, Stephen. We don't know.
Tim Kaine, you expect us to believe you're sober? And if so, you have a problem. And then you had Senator Mullen, by the
Kill
way.
all Muslims? Who says that?
Yeah,
Who's at a bar?
Yeah, isn't it true? If true, if you went to a strip club and showed your swastika on your chest to the black stripper, commonly referred to as Cinnamon, that would be a problem? Okay, I'm fine with it. I don't care if he drinks. I don't believe the smear. Again, these are anonymous. These are smears. Remember when we heard that Donald Trump from Bitch Cassidy, that Donald Trump jerked the Secret Service car on January 6th? We found out, oh wait, none of that was true. But you did have Senator Mullen, actually, by the way, and I said it angrily because I was still angry, but I'm actually happy about this. Mullen pointed out, and I want you to watch the reaction of the man behind him. He pointed out how senators often show up drunk to vote, likely from Pelosi's liquor store.
The senator from Virginia starts bringing up the fact that what if you showed up drunk to your job? How many senators have showed up drunk to vote at night? Have any of you guys asked them to step down and resign from their job? And don't tell me you haven't seen it, because I know you have.
Yeah, and by the way, the original shot that was raw, there's a guy behind him who goes... But I do like the selection in the shots there where when he said shown up drunk and they showed Tim Kaine.
This guy's stuff,
with his hair looking wasted.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely does.
He just rolled out of bed. Yeah.
Sorry.
Whoa, look at us, Gerald.
Wow, we're on the same
question.
page.
Also,
Do I
really
dare
quickly,
walk
here's
out
just
onto
an
the hangar
overlay
pad?
of Hex's awesome shirt.
Will I fall through the floor and die?
Nice.
Nice. Fantastic. The hat's a little cheesy, but okay.
Ready?
And let me tell you this. This is the reason they do it.
Here we go. All right, Knight Rider, CIG, you cuck.
The left
Here we
has
go.
learned, and they try
Jump.
to make screw-ups something
Woo,
relatable.
it's
So, for
solid.
example, if you hear the reason Mel Gibson is so easily forgiven is because, wait a second, he got drunk, he was rocketing down the PCH, he called a cop sugar tits and blamed all of the ills of the world on the Jews. He's clearly out of his mind. Mel. But if they go, wait a second, hold on, this guy had a little too much to drink one time?
Yes, not always, but yes, you will
I've done
die.
that.
I know.
Wait a second.
It
Oh, wait,
sucks.
it turns out he got into an argument with a girlfriend.
On a small hangar, you won't die.
I've done
You'll
that.
just
So
take a
people
lot of damage.
naturally try
But
to
then you're stuck
distance
down
it.
there.
That's
What
when
do
they
you
virtue
do?
signal the worst. I would never.
But
you do?
yes.
And you did.
If it's a large
You
hangar,
didn't blame the
it's a bomb
Jews
up
for space
that you'll
lasers,
die.
and you didn't call a cop
How
sugar
you doing,
tits.
Urban?
But I
Yet.
guarantee you've been in an argument with your spouse. I guarantee
I'm
you
not sure if I
that you have
joined
had
your
too much to
server
drink
or
at some
not.
point in
I
time,
tried
unless you're a
to.
teetotaler like Donald Trump. If it's relatable, it's kind
I
of like
have
when you watch a
nothing
film and you
but
see
anal
something
warts
and you see a
with
little bit of
Star
yourself
Citizen
and you
today.
get uncomfortable. You're like, oh,
Very
yeah,
uncomfortable.
I've lost my cool and done that.
Yeah, exactly.
So they want to
It's
make
just
the
a
screw
slow
up
death in
just
small hangar.
relatable
Yeah,
enough.
there you
and then,
go.
of course, they have to overreach
Yeah.
when that doesn't work, and they find themselves at something or other, Brett Kavanaugh gang rape. But this is the exact same playbook they used with Brett Kavanaugh.
Drinking is one thing, but the concern is about truthfulness. And in your written testimony, you said sometimes you had too many drinks. Was there ever a time when you drank so much that you couldn't remember what happened?
I am not in
or
game.
part of what happened?
I am
Oh,
at work this
I'd
morning.
like to not
Oh,
remember
right,
this.
Roger.
I remember what happened, and I think you've probably had beers, Senator, and so
So you're saying there's never been a case where you drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before or part of what happened?
that's you're asking about blackout. I don't know. Have you?
Could you answer the question, Judge? That's not happened. Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
I have no drinking problem, Judge.
Yeah, nor do I.
Okay, thank you.
Isn't she from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it has 48 of the 50 drunkest counties in the United States.
Yeah,
That's saying
all
you
of the top 10, I think.
saying you don't drink and being from Wisconsin, that's how you lose your seat.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think I want to vote for this lady again. She doesn't like to have a
I
good
thought I used to think she was like one of us, put your pants on one leg at a time.
She got a haircut like my mom.
She got a hair. Yeah.
Yeah, gets blackout drunk for a little
My mom
while.
gets
Oh,
drunk.
she's from Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Ah,
Close enough.
Oh, okay, all right.
Kissing cousin.
Well, there's some Somali pirate like, no rum? Now.
Somali pirate?
Sorry. First admonish of the year.
I like it.
Feels good.
Feels real.
Then it devolved into Mr. Kavanaugh. Do you ever consume beer on weekdays? Look, I'll be really honest with you. I have never once consumed alcohol to the point of being blackout drunk. I don't know that I've ever been
No, me
hungover,
either.
and I do drink.
I've never been.
But I would say that I have, just to prove a point. I'm like, yeah.
I've never had
I
a
didn't touch a
hangover
drop
either.
in college. High school, college, never touched a drop until I was 22 or 23. You know.
Yep.
Business, I used to get like milk because I didn't like the taste of any alcohol. Then I developed a taste
Milk?
of beer. I know. I know.
Timbals.
I know.
What
But
are
I
you,
still
Black
Now I'm
Orange?
drinking whiskey.
I still drink.
Woo!
I think that
Saying,
deserves another
screw you,
admonition.
CIG.
I would tell them. I would lie and say, yeah, I went to college.
Urban Zone is one of my buddies.
Blackout drunk in college because who
He's one of the
cares?
guys in the org.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is not.
Urban,
You want to talk about
stream
pearl
your stuff?
clutching? Billy Graham and Jerry Falwell couldn't be more easily offended than those on the left. Beer on weekdays? If the guy overconsumed at a Christmas
do on
party,
occasion.
who
Oh, a
cares?
long
you know
time
who else
ago.
drank too much? And I'm not
But he might be a
advocating
guy you guys
alcoholism
might
at
wanna
all.
follow for
George
fun.
Washington would drink a bottle of wine in a single sitting, and he ran a distillery. Martin
I
Van
have.
Buren, the Van Buren boys, Notorious Street Gang,
Roger.
drank so much he was nicknamed Blue Whiskey Van. Andrew Jackson, he celebrated his inauguration with a rager, made his own whiskey. Warren G. Harding,
I haven't in a
drinking
while.
White House during Prohibition.
Attaboy. Warren G, baby.
Baller.
There you go. Harry Truman drank bourbon daily and berated White House staff if the drinks were too weak, and then dropped A-bombs. So,
Hey, Grant Trump won the Civil War. He was a
Churchill,
booze bag.
Churchill, 2 bottles of champagne just at lunch. The guy was drinking constantly. I'm not advocating for it, but to act as though this is disqualifying from the same party that supports Billboard's Wake and Bake. I'm sorry.
I also
I'm
stream
done
on
with it.
Twitch
I'm
or
fine
Rumble,
with it.
depending on which I
you
am in
think
the mood
drinking
for
is
at
really
any
bad
given
and
time.
offensive? And then,
That's fair.
okay, well, we're the party
That's
of
a neat
it's
idea.
okay if the guy has a few beers. Why? Because George Washington, Jackson, Van Buren, shut up. That's why.
It's also okay if you have some.
Yep.
Democrats. It's
fine. We don't care. Kamala, well, she may have a problem. But the point is,
I think there's been many times. Come on.
people in the House, it's only open from 9 to 4, 8 to 4, Nancy Pelosi's liquor store.
Kamala Harris had a beer with a late night host on a weeknight.
She did.
Yeah.
In front of the whole country.
A beer before in her life.
So did Elizabeth Warren. She's like, I'm just here with my mate having a beer. Just like you, I'm having a beer.
I'm normal, right?
Normal people do this.
Give her a stiff drink, her mushroom cut would stand up.
Mushroom cut.
I'm
She's
done
a
with this.
fungus.
There's no purpose to these hearings, by the way. There is absolutely
It's
zero.
theater.
It is political theater. It needs to be done away with. I don't want them for anybody anymore because you already have the answers to these questions. They meet in private. They submit answers in writing to questions that these people have. This is purely to go on camera. This is one of the only venues in the world where this is legal. I can go and make claims about you to the American people, but if I say it just right, I have
Crowder
no
is about
recourse. You have no
1.5x
recourse whatsoever.
louder
I
than
have
you
no
doubt.
liability, but I've just told everybody out there you're a sexual abuser.
All right.
Everybody out there that you're an alcoholic. Everybody out there that you're whatever, a rapist in Brett Kavanaugh's case.
There we go.
How
Thank
is
you,
this
buddy.
possible
Thank
in
you.
the United
Appreciate
States
that, my
you can
friend.
do this? And you
I'm
already
playing
know
it
the
through the
answers to
gaming
every
computer,
question
so
because
it's
they've
like
already
the
been submitted.
game
Yep.
sound, the
Writing
game,
has come
everything
back
from
to
the
you.
gaming computer is the same
You
volume.
still
I
have
can't change
people out there
that.
who believe that
Oh,
Brett
no,
Kavanaugh
I
is a
can't.
gang rapist. You still
I
have
sound like
people who believe
an
the
Arab
UVA
dude.
hoax. You still have
Oh,
people who believe that Mattress Girl
no.
wasn't a liar
I can't.
and
Like,
sex
just a second.
fiend herself. You still have people who believe
And
that
then
Nick
I can
Young
turn
was
it-
taunting
I
Native
can turn
Americans
it-
because the
just a
press
second.
moves on. Even
I
if
can
you
turn it
win,
down this
even if you win
way.
the lawsuit,
Yeah, doesn't
guess
matter.
what? You don't get back your name. That's what they do. And as someone who has been in the
There we go.
spotlight, this has happened with people here too. We're going, what?
Hey,
What is this? All right, fine. So
Patha.
just say, okay,
Sex
all right, I'm fine with it.
fiend,
And this
you
was actually a pretty fun
mispronounced
exchange because
word.
we have so much to get to. Hegseth
Wait a minute.
had a moment
That's
here.
his
with,
stream.
I believe
Like,
from
wait a minute.
Montana,
Why are so
Senator,
many people
Tim
talking in my
Sheehy.
chat?
He answered
What the
these
hell's
questions
going on
in a
here?
way
It was
that
in
I
my
guarantee
chat.
you
It
no
was
one
Crowder's
in
chat.
that room could have, actual real life experience and qualification.
There we go.
Pete, I'm actually gonna ask you
just
questions
turned the
'cause I
volume
wanna hear your
down.
answer. How many genders are there? Tough one.
Hey, are you hearing like a double speak, like an echo, or does it
I
sound
know that
clear?
well. I'm a Sheehy, so I'm on board.
The game froze. There we go. Whee!
What is the
like
diameter
other
of the
ladies.
rifle round fired out of an M4 A1 rifle?
That's a 5.56.
How many push-ups can you do?
I did 5 sets of 47. this
Sounds
morning.
fine.
Nice. My
What do you
brother's
think
on.
what do you think our most important strategic base is in the Pacific?
All right, do you guys want me in a vulture or a mole? Your call. Go, Urban, go. Vulture or mole?
How many rounds of 5.56 can you fit into the magazine of an M4 rifle?
Depends on the magazine, but standard issue is 30.
And what size round does the M9 Beretta standard issue sidearm for the military?
Roger
fire?
that.
Vulture.
A 9mm.
Vehicle selected.
What kind of batteries do you put
Outstanding.
in your night
Thank you for your help, Urban.
Your vehicle has blazed.
As you were.
Take that, you Energizer Bunny bitch.
Amazon Basics for our military.
Because it depends on the head. It
It
depends.
does depend, yeah, but I think it's AA.
Okay, you know what? You got him on that one. Let's go back to if he's had a
AAA?
couple of old Milwaukees in his past.
That's right.
So here's like,
Klobuchar's questioning Bondi right now. Let's hope she doesn't make too much of a
That's a rough side by side for her. Don't put her side by side with Bondi.
Bondi's like 5 years older than.
Glad to make decisions for others that have no effect on my game at all.
Klobuchar, but
LOL.
at any age.
I did an insurance claim on it now because it got destroyed. And now I have to wait 9 minutes.
Where if someone has ever made mistakes, and here's the thing, he's admitted. Well, certainly
I have to pull up a different ship to clear it.
Okay, I guess mole.
Do you want to live in that world? And let me tell you what it is. It's anti.
Oh my goodness, that's a good response, dude. Well, I don't know. Let me check to see if it's if it cleared. Because it vanished.
On the outset, whether it's abortion. Whether it's
it's still 9 minute wait.
That's what I meant.
They don't believe
That's what I meant. That's fair, buddy.
Believe in forgiveness or
dude, I love the guys in my org. They're fun guys.
In disqualifying someone today, 20, 30, 40 years
All right, so we're going to go to the lobby, and we're going to call up a mole, and we're going to go and do mining.
Not have made in their youth. Is that the kind of world you want to live in? Really, that's what this is about. And that does stem from third wave feminism, because it's not about actually solving problems. It's about catching somebody. It's about gotcha. It's about scoring points. And that's why we see this male-female divide, and it's why we see the right-left divide, and they will try and blame you. Don't allow them to do it. Hegseth showed up ready to take names. And I'm glad he did, because you know what? Work days like that can be brutal, as we know in this office, if you find yourself in a situation where you're not mentally prepared.
Damn thing. Why's my mouth sticky? See, I'm looking at porn again on this thing. The f***? Doesn't cut, doesn't paste. Did you guys replace my mouse?
Hey,
Look at
Devin.
this piece of shit.
Everything okay, Devin?
Yeah, everything's great.
I found way more issues calling a ship from lobby than in hangar.
Oh.
I almost never see an error in hangar call.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
My game froze.
I just came over to see if you had a cut
giving
of that
me
sketch you recorded earlier.
Little hourglass. Oh, there we go. Now it's
You
going.
either get an ear infection or you're retarded. I just told you, right? Nothing's working. Who do I got to get a computer that was made in this decade?
I don't...
Not you.
Obviously. You know what? You seem a little off. Here, have some 1775 coffee, Devin. It'll make you feel better.
Probably put a roofie in it, you pig.
Oh, it's just Bolivian-grown coffee, roasted in Florida. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's non-woke coffee. Not bad, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just not me without my coffee.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's not really a big deal.
Give me a new friggin' café!
Oh!
1775 coffee.
Whoa!
Premium coffee supporting
I fell
freedom
through
of
the
speech.
floor.
Go to
This is not
1775coffee.com/Crowder and use promo code Crowder for 10% off your first bag.
What's the word? Premonition? Or not a good pretense? Not a good...
Look, I will tell you.
Premonition?
Let me make it really
What's the
simple.
word
No
I'm looking
gimmicks.
for?
It's better coffee.
Things are going to be shitty. That's what I'm trying to say. If we're already just falling out the bottom of the elevator,
.com/Crowder.
like what the hell?
For 10% off. It's all we drink in this office. I highly recommend the Peaberry. Better coffee, better price, no gimmicks, and they don't give money to people who hate you.
How's your face, Josh?
It's all right. Devin's got a good swing on her.
Yeah. She's small, but small. Now, speaking of people who hate you. Gavin Newsom. Okay, so the LA fires, this has been going on. It's a tragedy. Obviously, we know this. And by the way, James Woods, who watches the show, he's been on the show, his entire neighborhood pretty much burned down except for his home.
Yeah.
And you have people on the left saying, oh, he was lying. Do you guys know how this works? They don't allow you in the neighborhood and they tell you that everything is burned down.
Yeah.
He was as surprised as you were. Frankly, it looks as close to a real-life miracle as you can see when you look at his neighbors versus his house. So our heart goes out to him and those affected. I know he's helping those in his community. The LA fires, though, it's been politicized, of course. Now, if something is politicized, I want to be clear, it doesn't mean that it's politicized wrongly, because the root cause of it can be political in nature. And that's what we see with California and Gavin Newsom. So let me set this up for you. The Los Angeles fires, right, they burned down at least 40,000 acres as of this broadcast, 150,000 evacuations.
Don't worry about that, dude.
I fully believe we will never have a truly working game.
Just awful.
The intended loops do not work
And
when every patch breaks something new.
Common ground.
Yes.
At least
Starting
not in
point
my
is, how do we
lifetime.
prevent this from happening again?
I am not disagreeing with you, my friend.
first off, when are the fires going to stop?
My concern is, can I play this alpha crap and have fun? If I can, they don't really need to have it fully working.
Karen Best, why wasn't she there? A lot of questions.
I'm only going to live so many years, and then I'm going to be dead.
The good news is that we have some
I just want those years
brings us
to have Star Citizen
Gavin
fun.
Newsom, what a piece of shit.
I don't need to see the game come to fruition, where it's like, heck yeah! Booyah! Finally, I'm proven right about this game. Yeah, it was worth it all. Nope.
Okay. How did this happen? No.
Why
it's not
did it
climate
stop?
change? To be clear.
I don't know.
Matter of fact, you could argue that climate change activists are at the root of this. So, let's go to Gavin Newsom, and we're going to go through some of his past policies too, so you can see that pattern of behavior. The year 2025, Newsom cut funding for wildfire and forest resiliency by $101 million. $101 million. And it's important to note that's what's happening for 2025, for this fiscal year, okay? And you know this, as of this Monday, at the same time, you might be saying, oh my gosh, okay, they just have to cut somewhere. Well, they've decided to spend an additional $50 million to fight Trump on immigration.
Oh, come on.
So just $101 million, just 50 of that $100 million as it relates to wildfire prevention, could have been right back there. They've decided that they want to politicize it. Let's fight Trump on immigration. And by that, they mean let immigrants in. Okay, illegal immigrants, their priority, their rights have been placed over yours in California. If you're an American citizen, you get to the back of the line. In 2020, Newsom launched this program. Okay, which sounds
what the fuck?
To alleviate these sort of as it relates to clearing
sucks
brush.
ass.
You guys know this.
The lag is so bad you can't even stop your quantum drive when you want to.
So that seems like a good idea, right? Here's the problem. Despite this project,
bad choice, Urban. Bad choice.
Projects, right? 650,000 acres were approved. Only 6,000 of the acres have been cleared. Jeez. There have been 0 completed projects in the Los Angeles area. And the California State Park Superintendent, his name is Richard Fink, said that the state doesn't clear brush because, quote, we're here to protect the natural habitat. Thanks, Gavin Newsom. What a piece of shit. So the result has been residents having to apply for a permit, pay a fee, and then clear the brush themselves. Gavin Newsom wins. Since 2014.
Unbelievable. The game is just a hot pile of crap right now.
Since 2014. Again, voters approved these bonds to build new water storage in California, right? So the voters said, yeah, we have to have more water storage. Okay, put to a vote. The Democrat Party, the leader of the Democrat Party in California, Gavin Newsom, has completed 0. None whatsoever. To show you how asinine environmentalism has become in placing the earth, and more so, environmental policy, the ism, the dogmatic religion of neo-environmentalism over the rights of California citizens. I don't think it can be displayed for you better than this next video. Here is excess rainwater. You're seeing this going like, oh, rain, California, they need water. Water literally falls from the sky. Here it is, draining right out into the ocean.
That ledge right there at the bottom is called the Stilling Basin. And then it flows on to the channel.
So yeah, California, they live on the ocean, they just can't use it.
Well, that water didn't have any salt in it. They had to salt the water, put it in the ocean.
They have to put it in.
Otherwise, it'd be drinkable.
How about this as a policy? Just a starting off point. Okay, import water in California, bring it in, reservoirs, and no exporting. Think that would make a difference? Think that would make a difference? They're draining their own reservoirs. That begs the question, why? Well, we got to the clearing the underbrush. And by the way, do you have any idea how bad it has to be as far as underbrush for trees? Right now, you could go out to a tree in your backyard, don't do this, and hold a map torch to it, and it would not light on fire. It would require extreme heat, or an extreme amount of time. What you can do is if you can chop some wood, like wood from a live tree, fresh wood, put it in a fire. You'll probably wait for 45 minutes to an hour as it steams before it lights on fire.
True.
That means this has not been cleared for a very, very long time because environmentalists have gotten it wrong again. Here's another area where they've gotten it wrong. References available. Gavin Newsom in August of 2024, and this was fact-checked by PolitiFact as not being true. It is true. The guidelines prioritize fish over farmers in that they allocated more water for an endangered fish while limiting what farmers could access. Gavin Newsom, what a piece of shit. And in one case, it's a fish that can't even swim.
What?
Yeah, you know what that fish should be called? Extinct.
Dead, yes. It shouldn't have a name.
So farmers in the San Joaquin Valley, they were actually losing, or they were facing a loss of 20% of irrigated ground. Why did Newsom do this? Again, to preempt new federal rules by Trump. You can hear it on the Joe Rogan show. He talked about this specifically on the Joe Rogan podcast. That's something like 40 million plays. Also, Gavin Newsom did this in 2019 to defy Trump. So we'll cut wildfire management by $100 million, spend $50 million to fight Trump on immigration. In this case, I'm going to stick it to Trump by harming the citizens of my own state. If that is not a reason for a recall in California, you are beyond hope. To give you an idea, too, other policies, Gavin Newsom, just to show maybe not malice, but inefficiency, from 2019 to now, they spent $135 billion on high-speed trains. Again, environmentalism, because they want mass transit. They don't want you to have a car. It's also why you get penalized if you drive certain vehicles or if you sell certain vehicles in California. These high-speed trains were supposed to connect LA to San Francisco. Right now, we are 2025. Not one passenger. I know what you're thinking. Some? No. 0 passengers have been served. Thanks, Gavin Newsom, you piece of shit.
Duh. Give it time.
2023, after Californians were facing a constant homeless problem, needles and human excrement in the street, and again complaining and voting in municipalities to try and fix it, well, Gavin Newsom finally heard their pleas. And, oh, sorry, did I say heard their pleas? No. Yeah. He wanted to keep up appearances, and he finally cleaned off the streets of San Francisco for Communist Xi Jinping's visit.
Folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true. Because it's true.
And just some other ones that I want to throw in because I don't like them. October 2024, Newsom signed a bill that prohibited voter ID. What a piece of shit. 2024, the year 2024 to 2025, that fiscal year, $73 billion state budget deficit. Of note, this was just released, I believe, this morning. Yeah. Texas just saw a budget surplus of $24 billion.
Just so you know, we've been live streaming
That's impressive
for
considering the difference in taxes.
Yes,
2 hours,
absolutely
24 minutes,
no
and we have yet to accomplish anything of significance or a positive nature in the game so far. So when you do get Star Citizen, realize you will be playing hours and hours and hours to even create the value of a postage stamp for your character.
A ride spinners.
I don't know if California can ever fix it. This has been going on for a very, very long time. This is a perfect example of brainwashing. The people who are in California,
and why can't
they still
I
believe it. You have people there who believe that this is the byproduct of, my God, climate change. And if they don't get it right, the state that is probably the most beautiful in the union, arguably, for sure, definitely top 3, and more rich in natural resources than, again, top 3 any other state. There is no reason for California to not be able to make it work. They have every single natural advantage, and they keep screwing it up because of leaders like Gavin Newsom. If they continue this way, I don't know. I think California at this point is pretty much doomed.
Was a stunner, now it's such a bummer. How they get this way, leadership is getting dumber. Running down LA to keep a little old fish alive. The Golden State just might not survive. California, rest in peace. It's a liberal disease. Gavin Newsom died of sneeze. California, get off your knees. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was darker than I anticipated. Now,
a little bit.
Just to give you some background, because we're grilling Hegseth and people like Brett Kavanaugh, effectively Boy Scouts in comparison. Look, people make mistakes. I'll point them out, just because at this point, I guess tit for tat. In 2005, while he was San Francisco mayor, Newsom had an affair with his secretary. Some would say, what a piece of shit. She was married to his campaign manager, and while we're discussing charges that have been completely unverified and largely cleared of Hegseth, Newsom was accused, and here's the thing, repeatedly going back, I believe, as far as 2007, of alcoholism. And a big reason why is because of plenty of videographic evidence.
So I'm asking about the attack on the Yale students over New Year's, and it's kind of spreading across the country. A couple other, some news outlets in other countries are picking it up.
And it's a good reminder how important it is to remind our parents to be good stewards of underage drinking.
I appreciate that. The only other question I have is, it hasn't been a very easy week for you, and I'm wondering whether you have any comment on the Mateer and Roth story about the drinking.
Thank you very much. That was a great cheap shot. You can't help yourself. You cannot.
Now, maybe he was drunk or not, or on blow or not, but
or not.
The issue is the lying, because then he claimed to have entered rehab. Yeah, right. It was sort of all right, okay. So, but then in 2018, it was confirmed because Newsom admitted he actually never went to rehab. What a piece of shit! It's the lying. Right? They don't actually care. This is the left wants to hold you to a standard that is one that's unattainable, while they hold themselves to none whatsoever. California is a wreck. It's a disaster. It is a disaster as a direct result of policies by people like Gavin Newsom and the Democrat Party. And he's more concerned with the rhetoric. Whenever the left says, hey, it's time to unite, you know they're lying to you. You know they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And don't call this man new scum, because it really, it hurts his feels.
I'm not naive. I get the California derangement syndrome. I've been living with that for years and years. New scum. You know, in the same 7th grade. I remember the guy on Baltimore Avenue that called me new scum. I was in 7th grade. I can handle that.
Apparently, and you?
No, I do. I feel, because unfortunately the guy in Baltimore Avenue was his dad. That's been this week's installment of What a Piece of Shit. And we actually do have Gavin Newsom's. We got an exclusive 7+1 excuses for the California wildfires. But we're going to be doing it on Rumble Premium. It used to be Mug Club, now it's Rumble Premium. You get that wonderful mug. You continue watching. Click that button right now. You get to watch for another full hour, as well as the Friday show. Everything else accessible in Rumble Premium. You get to use the app. You get it ad-free. And none of this happens without you, without Rumble Premium. This is cancel-proof. Make the internet cancel-proof. Join Rumble Premium. Watch us go this year. Did want to take just a minute, if you feel it on your heart, to donate, to help some places where you can. We'll give you the links. The California Fire Foundation, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. There's Pasadena Humane. These are organizations that you can go to right now. You can donate online or in some capacities in California. Give your time. Please consider helping your fellow American be better than the left, who helps them 0 parts whatsoever. Did I miss anything?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. I know it's going to be a long...
It's not just rich people, buddy. Some people think it's just celebrities and rich people. There's some poor folks out there lost their stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, a lot of people have. I bet you're going to see a lot of people leave California and not go back.
Oh, yeah. I hope that the policies change from this. I mean, this is devastating.
Yeah.
How do you not look at this? I mean, the only reason that people can look at this and go, okay, we couldn't do anything about it was because climate change. That argument basically covers up any personal responsibility of politicians, of residents, of anybody going, I'm in a high fire area, it's dangerous, there's tons of wind coming in. This is not the first time that that's happened. It's a big issue, and I'm just going to go, well, it's climate change, so I guess I got to throw up my hands and go, wow, we can't do anything about it. Right. We've got to start being proactive on this stuff and holding people accountable.
But do you see again? It's the pattern from the left where there's no accountability for them. No. It's you, because you drove a Jeep.
Right.
What? Yeah. It's never. Hey, did you drop the ball? No. It's climate change. Hey, did you have the option of abstinence, contraception, adoption? Right? Did you have No. It's abortion. Hold on a second. Were there other choices that could have been made as it related to shutdowns? COVID. Hold on a second. Did you have any options here as it related to censorship, these big tech companies? No, government. And that brings us to this next one. Look, I know that some people will be upset in us discussing this, but we've been pretty fair.
Your volume is off because I'm listening to the Senate hearings.
A lot of controversy as it relates to Elon Musk. I think he's done a lot
Found
of
a
good for
book
this country,
club.
Purchasing Twitter,
very good.
X. Great.
Thank you.
But I will
Hope
tell
you
look,
are
before we get
doing
to the
well.
segment,
I am.
Disagree on H-1Bs.
We're having a good time.
And I think
Take it easy.
You betcha, buddy.
From Elon Musk is
Take care, my friend.
concerning. It's disconcerting. It's concerning. You can comment below if you agree. I don't like to see infighting, but I also don't like to see people being swindled. And I certainly don't like to see people on the right advocating for policies that would cause irreparable harm to the American worker when it is completely unnecessary. And the only people who have an interest in this are those with a profit motive in giant tech companies. And I'll lay out the case for you, okay? This doesn't mean that Elon is wrong on everything. I disagree with him on H-1Bs, and I disagree with banning people who are critical of you on a platform that's pro-free speech. So to set that up, last week, Elon spoke with, I believe, Alice Weidel, Germany's AfD, and he reiterated, this is good, his defense, his stance on free speech.
Without freedom of speech, people are obviously not able to say what they want to say, and then they cannot make an informed vote. So if people are simply fed propaganda and have no access to what's really going on, then they can't make an informed vote, and then you don't have a real democracy. So that's why I say, free speech is the bedrock of democracy. There must be free speech in order for people to make an informed vote.
Completely agree. I would take it a step further. It's not just about propaganda. If you suppress open debate, people can't make an informed decision or vote. Like with H-1Bs. So, Mr. Musk has repeatedly referred to himself as a free speech absolutist. Again, great. Does the tree bear fruit? This happened while I was gone, was really concerning, to be clear. And not just because of the approach, but again, because of the policy H-1Bs. It's a scam. It's a scam because people now saying it's a good thing, like Vivek, said it was a scam. I'll show you the clip. So, and let me ask you where you guys line up on H-1Bs. I understand the idea of brain drain. I understand bringing the best and the brightest from other countries to the United States so that we have the best and the brightest. And we're not competing against other people and their own intellectual resources. I understand that. That's not what is happening with H-1B. So this debate started on X. Laura Loomer criticized Trump appointing, I believe, Sriram Krishnan. I hope I have that. Sriram Krishnan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. A senior AI policy advisor, okay? This was the post. How will he control immigration in our country and promote America First innovation when Trump appointed this guy who wants to remove all restrictions on green card caps in the United States so that foreign students, okay, it goes on, can come to the United States and take jobs that should be given to American STEM students. Okay, now let me be really clear here. I also understand, and I've said this for a very long time, that be American, buy American isn't necessarily true. Sometimes American-made stuff is crap. And sometimes, certainly union-made American stuff is it's non-existent, where we simply don't have the manufacturing in the United States, in which case, I understand international economy and trade, so long as it's done fairly. I am not saying that we need to shut ourselves off from the world. That is not the debate over H-1B visas.
I need to tilt up a little bit.
Now, this came from Laura Loomer. Elon Musk could have said nothing, but he decided that this was a worthy cause for him to speak out. That's, again, what is concerning to me. He said, the reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of H-1B. Don't agree? Then he said, take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. The issue lifting the cap
I already
on
moved
H-1B.
once. What the fuck,
then,
man? I did this.
What I would say resembles a leftist tactic. Not saying he is.
God, this game
Maybe
wants
he
to
doesn't
just
know.
shit
But
in
the
my
rhetoric
mouth.
sounds the same. He said the contemptible fools I'm referring to are those in the Republican Party who are hateful, unrepentant racists. They will absolutely be the downfall of the Republican Party if they are not removed. And he was talking about, of course, people who were critical of H-1Bs, largely those coming from India because it's a huge majority of H-1Bs. And this is where I've said before. The new phrase for the year. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. If you say it's
Titanium?
racist,
Seriously?
for me to say there's nothing from India that I want to import, unless there are people who cannot be found in the United States, such brilliant innovators, engineers, CEOs, people breaking ground, okay, fine. That's not how the system is being used. Outside of that, there's nothing I want. Even to just by osmosis, there's nothing I want from India. Not the culture, not the religion, not the government, not the mindset, nothing. I think it's all bad. And I think the mindset is incompatible with the idea of America First. That's my opinion. You think that's racist? Okay, I'm fine with it. Comment below.
Also, on calling balls and strikes, you got to give him a little bit of credit in that second part to take a giant step back. And after that's a
Less
good,
gross.
Yeah, it's a
good quote.
It's a pretty good quote.
It's
I mean,
funny.
If you're going to be a jerk, that's a good way to be a jerk.
Now, this is having been through the Vox apocalypse, where we haven't been monetized on YouTube for a very long time. That's why we're on Rumble, Rumble Premium. Chris Pavlovsky at Rumble has stepped up and supported us.
Yeah, big time.
The justification from those at X, well, you have the right to speak, but you don't have the right to be paid for it. And as I understand it, Laura Loomer lost her individual subscribers over 2,000. YouTube said no one could run ads, and they throttled our channel, which was terrible and caused damage to the tune of millions of dollars a year, but you've made up for it. Rumble Premium Mug Club members, thank you.
Yeah.
They didn't say, we're not going to allow Mug Club members at all. We're not even going to allow individuals to support you. The exact same rhetoric that we saw from Elon here, again, has me concerned.
Yep, just big time.
Let me lay out the case. He also removed verification from users who were critical of him on this subject of H-1Bs, and he suspended others. And again, what he said, exactly, the First Amendment is protection for free speech, not paid speech. That's exactly what YouTube said and Vox said. But if you're selecting who gets paid and who doesn't based on a point of view, or even worse, based on being critical of your point of view, look in your rearview mirror, there's free speech absolutism.
Yeah, you could do one of those things where you say, who said this, and put this quote out there, and you would swear this was like Susan Wojcicki circa 2017.
Right.
That's exactly, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, okay, Elon, you gotta fix your thinking on this, or you're just completely wrong and don't understand what you just said, because what you're doing is worse than Google. Google said advertisers don't want to be next to your content. They had some cover for that, right? What you're doing is saying, even if people want to personally give you money, no. Yeah, that's like what Justin Trudeau did.
Let me tell you this.
Canada.
If I spoke out the way that I am right now, and all of you Mug Club, Rumble Premium, if instead you were subscribing, you were X-Premium members, our entire livelihood here would have been shut off.
Gone.
And you know what? And I would welcome Elon Musk to come on the show and have a very subdued, a very rational dialogue about this, where we can air our disagreements and hopefully come to some common ground with the American. I hope that he walks it back, but no. If people now say, well, I expected Donald Trump and this administration to uncap H-1Bs, that's just not true. No, that's not what we voted for. And I will tell you this.
It's not letting me scan what the item is before I come all the way down here.
Join right now. Rumble Premium. You click that button. We're going to continue with this segment.
So I don't waste my fucking time.
We're going to continue here right now on Rumble, but on Rumble Premium, it's going to get wild and woolly. Let me get to the reason to why people may have a problem with H-1Bs. And it's not because something melanin brown. Quickie marked. It's not that. There's a real reason to have a problem with it. There's a reason that Vivek Ramaswamy had a huge problem with it only a couple years ago. And I believe even on this show. Kind of like when he was supportive of the TikTok ban until he was against it. I don't know why. People can change their minds. I haven't. Certainly not on H-1Bs. So, according to the Department of Labor's website, this is how they describe H-1B. The H-1B program applies to employers seeking to hire non-immigrant aliens as workers in specialty occupations or as fashion models of distinguished merit and ability. Now,
okay, fine, all right.
Fashion
models? On the last part.
Yeah, I understand it, and I get it. You can Google brain drain, read up on that. I understand that as a form of policy. That's not what is happening with this program, and let me make the case here for you so that's irrefutable, so that you know the game, and then you can vote on it. It's time for Claim Truth. Okay. So if you want to say this is racist, fine. If Elon wants to say this is racist, fine. I'm okay with it. But let's go to the claim here that they make, that H-1Bs are capped, for example, at 65,000 visas per year. Okay, that's the claim made by the left. All right. The truth is that when you take renewals into account, 442,000 H-1B beneficiaries are currently in the United States. 442,000, all references available at louderwithcreditor.com. Let's look at another claim for H-1B advocates. H-1Bs are actually paid the same or more than Americans doing the same job. They're not replacing Americans with cheap labor. They're procuring talent that couldn't be found here in the United States. So these people are actually being paid more. Here's the truth. Absolutely not. Not even close. There's so many references for this segment. I hope that you go look them up. H-1B salaries are at least 17% to 34%. I've seen numbers as high as 40. These are conservative numbers. 17 to 34% lower than the actual median salaries for those professions when employing Americans. The largest H-1B employers, by the way, they save about an average of $41,000 per year per employee. Who are the largest employers? Amazon, Google, Apple, Meta. I'll give you some examples, which I'm sure could not be foreign to Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg or any of them.
How many guns on the ship do I?
Here's a direct apples to apples. A software programmer or developer, the median cost for an American salary is about $144,000 a year. Median for an H-1B, $100,000 a year. That's $44,000 difference. A software analyst. You want to tell me that you can't find software analysts in Austin?
Bureau sucks.
The median American salary, $114,000 a year. Median H-1B, $78,000 a year. It is replacing Americans with cheap labor. I want to be very, very clear. Also, this is pretty tough because they make this claim, meaning those on the left, those who are advocates of unfettered immigration, and I just don't believe in that because it's the greatest country in the world. I think it's okay for us to have some standards, and I think it's okay for us to put our citizens first. That's just my point of view. You say racist, I'm fine with it. The claim they make that H-1Bs they fill jobs that Americans can't do. Here's the real problem with that. And you saw this with this response from Elon saying it's bringing in the best and brightest, and then Donald Trump said, I have plenty of H-1Bs on some of my properties. Well, which is it? We've been told that we need illegal immigrants to do the jobs that Americans won't do, picking lettuce, strawberries, right? Americans won't do them, so we need them. Now we're being told we need these people because we don't have Americans good enough to do the high-paying specialty jobs. Well, what you're really saying is there are no jobs for Americans. You know where they don't say that? India. So Elon Musk posted on X, there is a permanent shortage of excellent engineering talent. It is the fundamental limiting factor in Silicon Valley. That's not true. I will get to that because it's not true, to quote. Vivek tweeted out, our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. I agree with that. If you grow up aspiring to normalcy, normalcy is what you will achieve. Sure, the good news is, hey, that half of this country, more than half who elected the president, guess what? They're not buying into the woke BS. There are plenty of Americans in STEM fields, certainly in software, in hardware, better than those in India. And they don't even need to fake their degree. They don't even need to fake their resume, which we'll get into, by the way. This is enabling gross abuses of human rights, just to be really clear. So Vivek said this, which surprised me. And again, he's been on the show. He's a friend of the show. I largely like Vivek. But this really surprised me because we ran this on the show. October 2024, Vivek said that the H-1B system was irreparably broke and basically a scam.
A lot of the people who have come here through the H-1B system would tell you, as I would, that it is just a broken system no matter who you're seeking to serve. My general approach is when something's broken in government, you can't really fix it when it's lasted that long. You need to shut it down, start with a blank slate, and rebuild from scratch. And that's just a stylistic point that I've applied to this issue as to any other.
And I know somebody may be confused. You misheard lift the cap and increase H-1Bs.
That was 3 months ago. It was October of 2024.
The end of October.
Yeah. Look, guys, comment below if you're bothered by me speaking on this. We've been remarkably consistent on this. Here's another truth. Americans can do the work and want to do the work. 65% of all H-1B petitions that are approved, they're somewhere in the computer-related fields, okay? So here's a study by the National Academy of Sciences of the United States showing that Americans, they're not falling behind in STEM fields. As a matter of fact, they're ahead. They show higher levels of skills in computer science than counterparts in India, China, Russia. Now, do I agree that you probably have some mediocre millennials or Gen Z who don't want to work hard? Sure, but this is a country of over, where are we, close to 330 million people? Is that where we are now? 330, 340, 350, 350 million people? You're going to tell me that there aren't enough Americans skilled in these endeavors, so you have to go to India? Question, if that's the case, why does India still look like India? Here's another truth. By the way, I mean, it sucks. I mean, India doesn't look very good. I mean, I don't look at India and see, got to import that shit. That's not what I look at.
Just because of the poop on the ground? Come
on.
Just
because of the poop on the ground. They've had plenty of people.
Steamboat of poop.
Hungry seagulls. India has had plenty of people and far more time than the United States. Look at the United States, look at the Western world, look at one of these things is not like the other. That's my opinion. You say racism, I'm fine with it. Here's another truth. Assuming that everything I provided for you here was inaccurate. Most people don't know, it's still rife with fraud. You see it all across H-1Bs. So there's an Indian degree mill that sold more than 36,000 fake degrees for would-be H-1B beneficiaries. It's very easy to fake, and no one is checking. Less than 2% of H-1Bs are checked for compliance on an annual basis. That's half the annual H-1Bs if they were all accepted. And we can't know. A lot of this is just, it's not an even playing field. It's not an even playing, and people who work in these sectors will tell you, yeah, there are entire mills. And not only that, but they also skim off the top. You're about to say something.
So the 36,000 was over time. They did a report on it, but that's just one company.
That's one company.
That's one company that's out there. If there are 100 companies, it's a giant percentage potentially each year.
I went to the Ivy League of India. What is it? Phoenix, Harvard. It's DeVry, Stanford.
Hogwarts.
Wharton. Are you making things up? Yes.
I went to Not Your Dame.
Yeah. Oh. Here's another truth for you.
Impossible.
There are plenty of Americans right now who are qualified for better, who want those jobs, but
my
companies
lasers.
instead decide to underpay foreigners
it's
to
coming
do
up.
those jobs. So half of the H-1Bs went to these staffing or
I have
outsourcing
upgrades on the
companies.
ship, and I'm very
And
close.
actually, in 2024,
I think
the
it's going to
staffing
let me
company
do it.
Cognizant was
Heck
found guilty
yeah.
of discriminating against Americans in favor of Indians, just to be clear.
No.
Cognizant was the company with the most H-1B approvals, 2013 all the way through 2019, and then 2024. They had a good run, and then they made a comeback 2024. And here's something else, too. So you have people who are not better than Americans, people who are coming from countries that engage in degree fraud and resume fraud or inflation. And then these companies who favor people from these nations skim off the top and take commissions. So just the Indian staffing company, HCL, $7 billion in their annual revenue came from the United States H-1B market alone. Wow. $7 billion. That's illegal. They're not supposed to take commissions. Ever seen
What is this?
a
An
house in your neighborhood
87,
with
59,
Indian families living there?
21%.
We all have. And that's not good, by the way, for Indians, because they should improve their country. We shouldn't be bringing them here to underpay them and use them to displace American workers. Again, this is my opinion. You say racism, I'm fine with it. HCL was also caught underpaying H-1B beneficiaries by $95 million a year when you're talking about their annual undercut. Jeez. And here's another thing, too. If these don't point to you, see these salaries, you say, well, maybe we just don't have any software analysts in the United States. We suck at everything. I don't agree with you. But here's another truth. There are so many H-1B jobs that any American can do. Hey, let me ask you this. You think H-1B best and brightest. Maybe you're thinking like some engineer for Mercedes who's coming to the American headquarters who's so skilled that they need this person here. I understand that. Same thing, you see it all the time in the entertainment industry. You need a comedian, you need an actor. Hey, guess what? You have to bring them here because you don't have the American to fill the role. I get that at the elite of the elite of the elite. Let me ask you if these jobs sound like they would qualify for meeting that criteria. Pickleball coach. H-1B salary, $90,000 a year. A baker, no American bakers, H-1B salary, $36,000 to $38,000 a year. Yep, it's used for that. Massage therapist, H-1B salary, $30,000 to $52,000 a year. Bringing in the best and brightest massage therapists from India. They don't even have the grip strength.
Well, that's before happy endings, though.
Yes.
How could we need
salary
a
is much higher.
It's a lazy sport invented in America.
This is a system that is being abused. It's being abused by American tech corporations who want to displace American workers and underpay them. And it is being abused by those in government to try and purchase votes. And it is being abused by these third-party staffing companies in India, or who bring people from India to commit fraud and to take a commission.
I don't know why Uber driver wasn't listed. That's like every single Uber driver I see. Every time I'm missing an egg roll, I'm like, oh yeah.
You mispronounced pickleball coach.
Here's, by the way, I only really found out what pickleball was this year.
I know.
I was like, wait, it's just tennis on a smaller court?
With a bigger racket?
Why?
Bigger ball?
It's the H-1B of sports.
Because you can't play tennis at 60 and they needed something to do, Stephen.
I don't know. It seems too fast for old people. I don't like it. So, here's another truth, by the way. Indian students who are looking for tech jobs dominate H-1Bs. 72% of H-1B beneficiaries are from India. So don't say that it's racism for someone to specifically speak out against H-1B and mention Indian immigrants. 72%. 72%. China's about 11%. 1% or so from the Philippines, 1% from Canada. Okay, 65% of all H-1B petitions that are approved, they're computer-related, a lot of them. And something else, too, we have a real problem with getting people here, student visas, and then automatically H-1B. 72% of H-1B beneficiaries were here on some kind of a student visa before that at one point. Let me ask you this. You say it's racist for me to say, hey, I think that we have Americans, and by think I mean know that we have Americans who are qualified, who are better, who want these jobs, who want to be paid fairly. By the way, this is not capitalism, lest you socialist former Bernie bros try and throw it at me. This is cronyism. If I say, hey, hold on a second, we should focus on Americans first, and there's nothing about India that I want to import here as a matter of culture, history, or mindset. You say racist. Let me ask you this.
No.
Your stance, correct me if I'm wrong, is you believe that there's something about being Indian that makes you an innate programmer? What? Why? What other proof would you have that Indians, by birthright, are better programmers? United States. I don't know all programmers in the country, and I don't know all people in tech, but I have spoken with tech support. Not super impressed.
To be fair, every time they tell me to turn it off and turn it back on, they're right.
That's true.
It does work.
That is.
Alrighty. That off. That off, that off, and that off. Alright, everybody. Those of you on YouTube, Twitch, and X, I will say goodbye to you now. I am going to say goodbye to everybody, but we always play the national anthem here on Rumble. So if you are offended by things like honor and integrity, character, it's probably not the place for you. But if you want to, come on over to rumble.com, look up Delnoran Games, and then we can hang out more readily. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye to all of you other guys. Jesus loves you. God loves you.